So then came the Buckaroos, the Hardley Boys, the Cucamonga Kids, the Lollipop Guild.
Did you hear what they said right at the start of this? They said, we don't have any more commercials tonight. And there was a lot of time to go.
Oh, yeah. Well, this match went forever. I had to shave twice during this match.
These are always the lowest segments on the show. Is there a chance they can't get sponsors for the last segments of Dynamite? Or why would they all of a sudden have no sponsors for this?
No, it was their last they had no more commercial breaks because they had taken them earlier in the show because it's another ploy to try to artificially inflate their sagging numbers in the last half hour of the program, because if they figure the more we always lose viewers in the last part of the program, right? So if we give them a commercial break, that's a chance for somebody to tune out and not come back. So let's use all of our breaks up earlier in the show and not have as many at the end of the program to give people a chance to escape. That is the stratagem being employed.
Right. I mean, how long did we get counting the overrun? Was it like 25 minutes, almost 30 minutes with no commercials, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see when the numbers come out, because we are still unaware of those. We're vamping on the program until those come out. But nevertheless, that's what the theory behind it is. Whether it'll work or not, who knows? Because they're always playing with the numbers or trying to massage the numbers, as a former bookkeeping type in a wrestling company used to say. But that's what. So then this was technically the main event spot where it's going to be the Buckaroos, even though Swerve has a match in the main event against Wheeler Useless. More on that in a minute. But again, here come Maddie and Nikki, and the Acclaimed jump them in the entranceway. They ain't got 10 feet through the fucking entrance, and boom, and they're again. And they have a sloppy fight on the stage and on the floor, and then they go to the ring and the bell rings. And it went forever. And you can imagine, it just, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And then they squash the referee in the corner. Of course, it's the corpse referee, so it looks like he's a gentle breeze from death at any point anyway. How can he get licensed at his age? What is he now, 75, 80?
I don't even think he's that old, which makes it even worse. What do you think of the fact that crowd went completely silent at times?
Well, that's the thing, is nobody gives a shit. And they do these fucking goofy finishes and nobody gives a shit. Where they squash the referee and then Matt kicks Caster in the balls and gets the title belt. And he's going to hit him, but Dax comes out and snatches it. And he draws back, and Maddie covers up like funny, like, ooh, don't hit me. But then when he realizes he isn't going to hit him, he spits at him. And then Dax, instead of hitting him with the belt, tackles him. And immediately the referee pops up and calls for a disqualification. And the people are like, what the fuck? What is all this? And the Acclaimed are mad at FTR, and they argue, and security comes in. And the Buckaroos leave, and the fans don't give a shit. And it's been 15 minutes easily of fucking television. And then they go to the back, and there's Renee with Christopher Daniels, who makes an awkward announcement. Because now he's authority again. That, FTR is going to fight the Acclaimed on Saturday on Collision, and the winners of that match will face the Buckaroos for the tag team title at Wembley Stadium. Because this was the first time that the Buckaroos had a title match in 4 months since they won the fucking thing, right? And now probably, because this is what indies do, mud shows do, small-minded people do, they're going to have some other kind of fuck up, and they're going to have a 3-way tag team match instead of a legitimate match between all 3 of these teams, so they can all vault off each other. And FTR, the only really full-grown men, can be the catchers. Is that where we're going with this?
I think where we're going is no one caresville. And that's the sad thing. There was clunkiness to the finish. When Dax got in there was like a clunkiness with the timing of everything. Did you notice that?
Yes, but I always notice clunkiness when the Buckaroos are involved because they don't do things naturally.
Yeah, this tag team division is it needs some help. That's all I'll say. I mean, Bucks wrestled FTR last year at Wembley. I guess you're giving those fans there a version of that once again. That was the least acclaimed of their matches, the one people talked about the least coming out of it. So let's do it again. But with the Acclaim, but now with rap.
Now with greener people involved.
Billy Gunn got a bigger pop than every one of those tag teams.
And when the Acclaimed are out there, man, when Billy Gunn comes out, yay, let's do something now.
Because he didn't come out with them for no good reason. All of a sudden, he just showed up in the middle of the match to get a pop.
Well, yeah, whenever he shows up, he is the most over person in any combination of the Acclaimed, FTR, and the Buckaroos right now. Because FTR, they don't give a shit anymore. They've been booked into insensibility.